to the realm of monsters. I am your friendly neighborhood chaos demon Domino, and today we are doing a Chinese New Year reading. I haven't done one of these before. So we're going to check with the goddesses to see what the overall energy is first. I'm suddenly feeling very warm. Like, there's this very hot energy. Okay. It definitely feels like fire horse energy. Because all of a sudden, just warm all over. Like, on fire. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to, get the overall goddess cards. And we're going to check in with the light and dark sides to see, what the balance is here. So for the overall energy, we have Atete, worthiness. It feels like there's an element of like Alice in Wonderland with all the teacups and stuff like that. Also, like, surfaces could be significant, that kind of energy. But it feels like a very abundant energy. So there may be some serious opportunities coming in. And the important thing to remember is to remember that you are worthy of these things that you have coming in. To not question whether, you're doing all of this for me. Like, yes, it's all for you. And like with fire requires fuel. So with this fire force energy, especially like with the heat that I'm feeling right now, like all of a sudden, I was cold before I started this. But with all the heat that I'm feeling, fire requires fuel. And in order for something to be fueled, or not, in order for the fire to, get going. And I'm seeing like the fire as being these new things coming in, these new opportunities or, manifestations. It feels very abundant. In order for all of these abundant things, the fuel has to be set first, and that's what I'm seeing. And so with the worthiness, I'm getting this energy of like, you need to understand that you are worth it. You already did the work to get these things to come in the first place. They wouldn't be here if you didn't already do the work. That's what I'm looking at. Ready. So we have Temple of My Body and Blinded to Pain in reverse. I like it in reverse because that's kind of what it felt like it should be. So we have Temple of My Body, which is about accepting, where you're at now. And then Blinded to Pain in reverse. This is an energy of, like, you get so used to kind of like being in pain, because like the normal amount of pain for a person to be in is 0, right? And you get so used to like all of these little minor aches and pains, especially if you live, where there's not free healthcare. And it becomes to the point where it becomes normal. And this can be that in relationships too. It's just like suffering, just getting used to suffering. And what I'm getting is you're going to start feeling in your body more and realize how good it feels to be in your body, because you've been so used to pain and suffering for so long that it may actually start to seem uncomfortable. It may begin to feel very uncomfortable to be in your body, because suddenly there's an absence of pain. There's an absence of like stress. So it's like when you finally achieve peace, sometimes that can be stressful, because it's just like the nervous system. Kind of like, okay, well, where's the danger? It's kind of like when there's a crisis happening, you're calm, but when there's no crisis, your body just suddenly starts going into crisis. That whole like survival energy is a very good sign. And then we have the Ace of Cups that is here, and the Ace of Pentacles, and then we have the the Three of Wands that all came out for this one. Hopefully you can hear me. But with the Ace of Cups, it says tap into the love that surrounds you. Stop worrying about money. And be patient, it's coming. So there's this energy of just like really getting into the present moment, being comfortable where you are at the moment, and you know where your position is. So yeah, this is giving like you might be called to ask for help, kind of energy, and that's all in the dark side of the dark energy of things. This may be like just uncomfortable on this end. And then we have Watchers with Transpersonal. This card, I'm pretty yeah, this is the card that there's one line in this card that I always remember from the description. And I believe it's from this one. But it talks about how if anyone's asking you what you're doing, just tell them that you're helping the sun to set in the sky. Because it's quite often that other people not being able to witness your progress, it looks like you're doing nothing. I've had so many cases in my own personal life where people would assume that I was doing nothing just because they couldn't see or I wasn't communicating what it was that I was doing. So there's this energy of like moving in silence here. And this card just says, I'm helping the sun to set in the sky. Basically, it means that, you're not being called to a particular action at the moment. So if you're not called to a particular action, then there's no need to take action. So again, use your own mind. And this may cause distress for you because it's like, well, if I can't show proof that I'm actually trying, then, what am I supposed to do? But you could be, getting into your emotions and kind of conquering that energy, just bringing in that feminine water energy. And then the Nine of Discs comes after that. So clearly there's progress here. With the Nine of Discs, that's definitely like this finally having a leg to stand on. So it seems like you're going from, on the lighter side of things, you're going from a time of despair to a time of, stability. From one 9 to another 9. But it's not something, I'm getting it's not something that you really need to, like, you should feel the need to share. Like, oh no, I'm gonna do this and this and this and this. Like, it's like, they wouldn't believe you even if you told them, so you might as well just let them witness whatever happens to be, obvious, but there's like no need to actually share every plan. And that's what I'm getting. Also, when I woke up this morning, like, I heard this energy of like the divine goddess energy is awakening. And so I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, the divine feminine energy is coming forward more, and this is where a lot of the work is going to be done moving forward. This is going to be the building energy going forward. The divine feminine is taking over, basically. Because the goddesses have been, like, very, very present. I have just kind of seen a whole flash, like an army of goddesses. And that's the energy that is awakening at the moment. So a lot of it is going to require some kind of rest period or just like quiet period as this energy integrates. And that's what I have. Anyways, I hope that helps. The darkness in me recognizes and honors the darkness in you.